I've spent months following whispers of a forgotten titan hidden deep in the countryside. Today, we finally arrive at the gates of what might be the greatest find of my career. The air inside is thick with the scent of old wood and stagnant oil. Somewhere in this darkness lies a masterpiece that the world has completely forgotten. There it is, the Lamborghini Revuelto. Seeing those iconic lines buried under decades of dust is heartbreaking, yet absolutely electrifying. It's in rough shape, the tires are fused to the dirt, and the hybrid powertrain is a complete mystery. This isn't just a car, it's a massive technical challenge. The owner has kept this secret for years. He sees it as a burden, a piece of history that's simply taking up space in his family's old estate. I explain my vision to him. I'm not here to flip it, I'm here to resurrect it. After a tense moment, he finally names his price, $1,000. It's a fraction of its true value, but for him, it's a clean slate. For me, it's the start of an obsession. Now the hard part begins. We have to move this beast without causing any further damage to the structural carbon fiber frame. Watching the light hit this bodywork for the first time in years is incredible. It's a long way from home, but the journey back to the road starts right now. We're leaving the past behind and heading to the shop. The Revuelto is coming back to life, and I won't stop until that V12 screams again. The fallen king has finally arrived. This Lamborghini Revuelto, once the pinnacle of hybrid engineering, now sits silent on the back of a transporter, waiting for its second chance at life. It's hard to believe this was once a $1 million masterpiece. In the cold light of our workshop, the scale of the neglect is finally starting to sink in. The bodywork is in a sorry state. What used to be a brilliant white finish is now dull and scarred, with the carbon fiber panels showing signs of severe environmental damage. As we look closer at the chassis, the news isn't good. Moisture has taken a heavy toll, leaving the suspension and structural mounts covered in a thick layer of corrosive rust. Opening the door feels like opening a time capsule of decay. The smell of mildew is overpowering, and the once luxurious Alcantara is now a breeding ground for mold. The high-tech heart of the Revuelto is buried under filth. We have no idea if the electronics have survived this level of moisture and total abandonment. This is the most heartbreaking sight of all. The legendary V12 engine, the soul of this machine, is literally turning green. Nature has begun to reclaim what was once a feat of human engineering. Underneath, it's a mechanical nightmare. Every line, every seal, and every bolt has been compromised by years. The Lamborghini Revuelto, a masterpiece of hybrid engineering. But today, we begin the process of tearing it down to its very soul. We start with the exterior panels. Every carbon fiber component is a puzzle that requires absolute precision to disassemble without damage. The glass comes off next. In a car this advanced, one wrong move means thousands of dollars shattered in an instant. Removing those signature doors is a two-man job. We have to carefully manage the hydraulic struts and the complex electrical looms hidden inside. Moving to the rear, we're stripping away the aerodynamic skin to get our first clear look at the high-voltage beast living underneath. It's not all clean work. We're cutting away the compromised sections where the impact hit the hardest, clearing the path for new metal. Safety is paramount. Disconnecting the V12's hybrid system is a surgical procedure that requires total focus and insulated tools. The heart of the bull is finally out. Before we can think about the beauty of the Revuelto, we have to address its broken bones. This subframe has taken a massive impact, compromising the very foundation of this V12 beast. Step 1. surgery. We are cutting out the dead metal, sections so badly deformed they've lost their structural memory. Every cut must be surgical to preserve the surrounding mounting points. With the damaged sections removed, we use the frame machine to pull the primary chassis back into alignment. It's a game of millimeters and immense pressure to restore the car's original geometry. Precision is our religion. We're using laser-guided telemetry to ensure the chassis is perfectly square. At speeds over 200 miles per hour, even a tiny misalignment could be catastrophic. Since we can't just buy every structural piece off the shelf, we hand fabricate custom patch panels. We're using high-grade aluminum alloy to match the factory's lightweight structural standards. The fitment has to be seamless. We tack the new panels into place, checking the gaps one last time before we commit to the final permanent structural bond. This is where the strength returns. We are TIG welding with high amperage precision, ensuring deep penetration to create a bond that is arguably stronger. The structural repairs are complete, but now we face the most critical stage of the restoration, perfecting the Revuelto's legendary silhouette. Every weld must vanish. Precision starts with the mix. We are using a premium carbon fiber reinforced filler to ensure the bond is as strong as the supercar's original chassis. The Revuelto is a masterpiece of geometry. We have to apply the filler with intent, following every aggressive angle and aerodynamic contour with absolute surgical focus. Now the heavy lifting begins. We use long blocks to level the surface, stripping away the excess to find the true shape of the panel hidden beneath the filler. The human eye can be deceived, but the guide coat never lies. This black mist will reveal every high spot and low valley that still needs our attention. Even the smallest pinhole can ruin a six-figure paint job. We are filling the microscopic imperfections to ensure the final finish is nothing short of mirror smooth. Moving to finer grits, the goal is warm, slow. Precision starts with what we hide. Before the first drop of paint touches the Lamborghini Revuelto, every edge and vent must be masked perfectly to protect the intricate carbon fiber details. The surface must be surgically clean. We are removing every trace of dust and oil, ensuring that our foundation is pure enough for the high-performance coatings to follow. We begin with the epoxy primer. This isn't just about color, it's about creating a chemical bond that seals the bodywork and provides a perfectly uniform surface for the layers ahead. Once the primer sets, we sand it back by hand. We are chasing a glass-like flatness, eliminating any micro imperfections so the final finish looks like a single piece of liquid metal. Now we mix the soul of the machine. Using factory-spec pigments, we prepare the base coat that will give this Revuelto its aggressive, unmistakable visual identity. The transformation is instant and breathtaking. As the base coat flows over the primer, the Revuelto finally starts to look like a supercar again, vibrating with new life. In this booth, lighting is our ultimate judge. We check for uniform flake distribution to ensure the color has the depth and consistency expected of a modern Lamborghini masterpiece. This is the magic moment. The clear coat adds the depth, the UV protection, and that signature wet look. The Lamborghini Revuelto is an engineering marvel, but even factory paint can hide imperfections. To achieve a true show car finish, we have to address this orange peel texture and level the clear coat to perfection. Precision starts with protection. We mask off every delicate carbon fiber vent and trim piece. In this phase, there is zero room for error. One slip of the sander could mean a costly repair. We begin the wet sanding process using 2000 grit abrasive. It's a heart-stopping moment as the gloss disappears into a matte haze, but this is the only way to flatten the surface and remove the microscopic valleys in the paint. Stepping up to a 3000 grit refinement, we are essentially polishing with sandpaper now, narrowing the scratch pattern to ensure the upcoming machine buffing stage is as efficient and safe as possible. The moment of truth. After wiping away the residue, we're looking for a perfectly flat, dull surface. No shiny spots mean the orange peel is gone. The canvas is now ready for the transformation. Now we bring the heat. Using a heavy cutting compound and a wool pad, we begin the first stage of machine polishing. Watch as the dull, matte surface starts to transform back into a deep, liquid white. The rotary polisher generates the friction needed to level out our sanding marks. It requires a steady hand and constant movement to manage the temperature of the clear coat on these complex Italian curves. Every masterpiece needs a foundation. We're starting the final assembly by laying down these custom-stitched carpets, ensuring the cabin is as quiet as it is luxurious. The dashboard is the nerve center of the Revuelto. After weeks of restoration, we're sliding this carbon fiber sculpture back into place with surgical precision. Beneath the leather lies a complex web of fiber optics. Reconnecting the brain of the car requires a steady hand and a deep understanding of Lamborghini's hybrid architecture. These aren't just seats, they're thrones. We're securing the new bucket seats, finished in signature Arancio DAC, to ensure the driver is perfectly positioned for the power ahead. Detailing is a game of inches. We're meticulously cleaning every toggle and stitch, ensuring that the tactile experience is indistinguishable from a factory-fresh unit. The moment of truth. We're waking up the electrical system. As the high-voltage relays click, the Revuelto's digital soul begins to breathe once again. Light check. The signature Y-shaped LEDs are burning bright. Every diode has been tested After months of meticulous reconstruction, we've reached the final stretch. The Revuelto is almost complete, but it's these final touches that transform a project into a masterpiece. The identity of a legend. We're installing the gold emblem with surgical precision. It has to be perfectly centered. There is no room for error when you're dealing with Italian perfection. Next, we fit the aerodynamic accents. These carbon fiber and chrome trims aren't just decorative, they manage the airflow around this V12 hybrid beast, defining its aggressive silhouette. For the shoes, we chose something special. These bespoke forged alloys are lighter and stronger than stock, finished in a deep gloss black that perfectly complements the paintwork. Mounting the wheels is a ritual. We're torquing the center locks to exact factory specifications. With over 1,000 horsepower on tap, every bolt must be absolute. Moving to the rear, the brand's signature goes on. This script is the final seal of approval on our restoration journey. It's starting to look like it just rolled off the line in Sant'Agata. Now for the showroom shine. We're performing a final multi-stage polish. We're not just looking for a shine, we're looking for depth and clarity that makes the paint look wet to the touch. To lock in that finish, we're applying a premium ceramic coating. This creates a diamond-hard barrier that protects the paint and ensures this Revuelto stays pristine for years to come. Inside, the cockpit is treated with the same level of obsession. Every stitch is vacuumed, and every screen is buffed to a streak-free finish. It's a high-tech sanctuary ready for its first drive. There she is, the Lamborghini Revuelto, fully restored and better than new. From a bare chassis to a showroom icon, this is the pinnacle of automotive art, ready to take on the world. The journey of 1,000 bolts and countless hours of precision engineering has finally reached its crescendo. The Revuelto is no longer a project, it is a masterpiece. It is time to leave the sanctuary of the workshop and introduce this beast to the world it was built to dominate. Pushing the start button isn't just about ignition, it's about waking up a legend. Listen to that V12 hybrid symphony roar to life. Every inch of this car has been touched by our hands. As it rolls out, you can feel the weight of the achievement. There is no feeling in the world quite like the first pull on the open road. The power is instantaneous. The delivery is surgical. From the cockpit, you realize this isn't just a car. It is an extension of your own ambition, reacting to every input with terrifying precision. The sound is intoxicating. It's a mechanical opera that validates every late night we spent under those garage lights. She cuts through the air with effortless grace. The aerodynamics we meticulously restored are working in perfect harmony with the hybrid powertrain. We take a moment to stop and breathe, not just to let the engine cool, but to realize exactly what we have accomplished here. Restoring a dream isn't about the destination, it's about the soul you put back into the machine. Today, the dream is finally real.